SNS College of Technology, Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, Cybersecurity. This session is going to be a discussion on wireless attacks in cybersecurity. Now, the wireless attack is actually defined as an invisible battlefield. As the world is becoming increasingly connected through the wireless technologies, cybercriminals are adopting their own tactics or strategies to exploit these invisible pathways that power our digital lives. The threat on the wireless is growing to a landscape which can never be imagined. Starting from a new vulnerability that has been disclosed in 2024, targeting the wireless protocols has been defined to be a count of around 30,000 plus, to the remote workers who are relying on the potentially vulnerable wireless connections being increasing to an 85% alarming rate, and there is an attack speed of scaling of 3 times with an AI and automation tools. The wireless networks, which is facing an unprecedented pressure as remote work or IoT proliferations and 5G expansions create new attacks are being surfaced for sophisticated cyber criminals. The challenge of securing 5G and IoT networks. 5G attacks surface expansion, where the network slicing and edge computing that creates new vulnerabilities where traditional security models cannot address. The IoT device weaknesses, which often lack the robust security features, making them prime targets for botnets and lateral movement attacks. The third one being the visibility gaps, where 77% of the public sector organizations lack full visibility of the IoT endpoints over the internet or the networks. The real world impact, which has been the major concern, the emerging of the smart city, which has caused a breach because of the open Wi-Fi or 5G network which has been given to all the metropolitan areas. A wake-up call is most important here, where the attackers exploited the unsecured 5G IoT sensors in the major metropolitan areas, demonstrating that the real-world consequences of the wireless vulnerabilities are the massive data theft which are affecting the thousands of citizens, where the critical service disruptions to the traffic system being a major concern, the public safety risk from compromised emergency communications, and the exposed critical gaps in wireless infrastructure securities are going to be the real world consequences emerging out of this wireless vulnerabilities. Some of the common wireless attacks includes Wi-Fi eavesdropping, where intercepting the unencrypted wireless traffic to steal the sensitive data like the passwords and the personal information includes. Next one, rogue access points, where the fake Wi-Fi hotspots are being used to trick the users and make them into connecting that particular link, enabling the man-in-the-middle attacks. Then deauthentication attacks, that is forcing the devices which are offline to capture the handshake data or disrupt the critical services. The last one being the Bluetooth exploits, where the targeting device has been paired vulnerabilities to gain unauthorized access to the personal services or devices. Apart from this, there are some AI-powered wireless attacks that includes AI-generated phishing, where the crafting the convincing attacks delivered through these wireless channels with unprecedented sophistication. Automated reconnaissance, where the tools that identify the vulnerable wireless devices and networks within seconds and not even hours. Then the last being in the AI-powered wireless attacks is the dynamic disruption. The AI-driven jamming and spoofing attacks is included here, which adopts in the real time to countermeasures. With the alarming of this wireless attacks we have to talk about the defenses and the best practices every individual or an organization has to take care of. The defenses being the zero trust architecture, which is a continuous verification of the wireless device identities and access privileges. The AI behavioral analytics, the real-time detection of anomalies in wireless traffic patterns. Encrypted protocols, the advanced encryption which reduces attack vectors on wireless endpoints. The best practices includes regular updates, keeping firmware current and apply the security patches promptly on all the wireless devices, a strong authentication that implements the multi-factor authentication and the least privileged access of wireless network resources, the network hygiene, which avoids the unknown Wi-Fi hotspots and verify the network before getting connected. The segmentation strategy, which isolate the critical wireless assets from general access through network segmentation. Thank you.